Today we're at my house 15 minutes later. It's actually a world record for me. I've never ever done 3 videos in a row. Never ever done. And Matt says, I would do more. I said, be my guest. And meanwhile, his girlfriend is there in front of Matt. I'm tired. I want to go to bed now. No. We have to do one more. Okay, Dad, you're on show.
No, you have to, because you're going to tell him that I'm doing the thing, right?
You want to tell him?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I love this guy. He listens to everything I say. I can't believe it.
So
Yeah, like 800 times today.
We're going to do on, what was the date?
Tuesday.
What was the date? It was the 6th? 8th. Tuesday, January 8th, I'm going to be doing a talk or presentation, right. I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what the best way to say it is. It's not really a class. It's more of like a presentation. And I'm going to be talking about living sustainably, but see, all these words have kind of been perverted a little bit. But I just want to talk about going back to basics and stripping down to the minimalist.
Okay, time
to the minimal state of sort of like human joy in a sense. I mean, going back to a point.
And by the way, you do have a lot of joy. I can't believe how much joy it is. Beyond all. I've never seen such a more joyful person.
Well, it's like, because that's what I wanted to teach
and
you.
a loving person.
It's like connect to that inner
I love
joy
it, yeah.
that we like we shroud in things. We shroud in all these material things and these concepts and fears and attachments. And it goes so much hand in hand with raw food. In fact, I started with raw food. I was first a raw food chef, and I had the restaurant. I was counseling people and stuff.
Right.
And I liked it, except I got sort of a little turned off by the food-centric nature of that institution, and it became an institution. In my mind, it wasn't an institution until I sort of saw where it was going, and I just sort of felt like the food-centricness was overshadowing the bigger picture, which was the reason I got into raw food in the first place. It was to be more ecologically responsible and have a much more intimate relationship with myself through the planetary body and my body, and really make that connection. But I saw that some of the people who were saying those same things that got me into it, in practice were doing something different, and they were doing a lot of the superfood stuff and the shipping and a lot of the multi-level marketing.
That's part of their journey too.
Exactly, and I always want to say I'm not. People assume that I'm condemning that, but I'm just kind of saying that I have a different view, and I want to express that. I don't want to be grouped in with that. You know, because people think, because I kind of have a similar look to a lot of people, and people. It's just like we're moving at such a fast pace in society that we have to make rash judgments about people, because we have to quickly move on to the next thing, you know. So it's like it's hard to really take people for what they're actually saying and doing, and take them as individuals. So I just want to be able to put my perspective out there, detached from all the raw food world. That's the only reason I say that stuff. Because if people want to go out there and they're using it as a business and they're doing what they're doing, do whatever you want, but just don't call it certain things.
Okay, let's get down to the really nitty-gritty. You want to have a class next Tuesday?
Yes. Thanks for keeping me on point.
We're
going to have a class next Tuesday, and we're going to talk about what's good.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
How much?
By donation.
By donation. Always by donation.
And also Karma Yoga. So if you want to come to the class and you don't have anything to donate, then just do something for somebody else who needs something but doesn't have the means or something like that.
I love it.
And so that's totally fine. And,
so donation or Karma? What's it called?
Just Karma Yoga. You can call it Karma Yoga, but it just so people understand it a little bit better. I'm not like a Hindu or anything, but and I'm going to talk about ways, like it'll be. I want to teach. It's not just going to be doing like a lecture. I want to sort of like give different avenues towards sort of like a self-realization, to where you can get down to that point of being satisfied with being a minimalist and valuing your relationships more than the things in your life. You know, your relationship to ecology, your relationship to the environment, your relationship to the brothers and sisters worldwide.
That's right.
You know, the lifestyle, you have to make sure your lifestyle is facilitating happiness and acceptance and unconditional love for every single person that's in existence. So, like your things that you're buying and the things that you're doing, how are they allowing somebody else to live in a good way?
That's a good point.
That's the wealth. That's the abundance.
Right.
If you can know that you're doing that and you're living that way, then you're eternally joyful, and it's a joy that it's not a temporary joy that you get from other things or other attachments that you have. It's like you're constantly
walking this path. Your life has made a difference in karma relationship with everything that's
surrounds you. And every moment you get to make that decision. Every moment you get to look at your life and say, "Wow, I've come to a place in my life where it's now so easy that I'm carrying so little baggage that I can make the right decisions that make me feel really good, that make me know that I'm facilitating that kind of happiness and compassion for everybody in my path and everybody that around." And that sort of work, combined with a meditation practice or any way that you want to tune into your more spiritual self or higher self, or you want to call it, when we're in this physical world, we can make it beautiful and joyful and live in nature and live with each other and find solutions that can give us the same kind of lives and of abundance and joy and comfort, but we'll do it in a way that meets those guidelines of making us feel like we're a team player within the entire self. And I think that's what's important, is we don't think that we're going back to some Stone Age kind of things or being minimalist.
The reality is, how many people can do that, you think?
How many people do I think can do that?
Yeah, reality. And what? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
you could do it.
I do it.
The more I talk to you, the more I realize. I try.
But the thing is, people will always not everybody's just going to jump right into what I'm doing. But if they can just pick up a few things, then that's going to start a chain reaction. You know, if they can do one thing and then share it with somebody else, maybe that person hears it and all of a sudden they're inclined to do 5 things.
So food, grow your own food.
Grow your own food. Build your own shelter. You can compost your waste.
You have something called earth ships. You can have your fruit, but in any environment.
You can build. It's easy. You can build a greenhouse with recycled materials. You can put a rocket mass heater. You can heat it for all winter with a half a quart of wood. You can grow tomatoes in Alberta all year long. So it's like all these things are like ancient technologies and just learning how to live more minimally. And it's not about being austere or living like a caveman. It's about breaking the attachments to the things that are these arbitrary, like, material prisons that we've created for ourselves that don't really serve us, and we didn't really need them or care about them until we had them, but now it's hard to break the attachments from them. So that's really the issue.
That's the food. Clothes.
You
have your own needle and thread, right?
Yeah, I make my clothes. I mean, this is, I have 2 sweaters.
Okay, so you have food, cover.
Clothes. How we deal with how we clean up after ourselves, meaning our human waste and things, composting that. Like the whole plumbing system needs to go. Right. How we deal with our regular waste, everything any garbage that we have should be composted. There's really no reason unless we're using it. Everything can be recycled, and we shouldn't bring anything new in that can't be composted. So
you're going to go to compost in the back when we leave.
Yeah, we'll do the greenhouses.
Okay.
We'll get that stuff.
We'll get the greenhouses, compost.
Yeah. And it's so easy, and it's fun, and it's to participate actively in every part of your lifestyle. When you can chop your wood for your heat, and go to the water and carry your water back, and you can make your clothes and make your shelter and maintain yourself. It's all about maintenance, and all these things need to be kept up. But
actually, the airship does it. They when it rains, they store the water.
Yeah, water collection.
Yeah, you don't have to carry it. You just store.
Depending on where you are, whatever's easier, And
well, I was in the desert, and they had I think it was Sinai Desert. Anyway, they had a special cave that I went to, and it was in the middle of the desert, and they had a cistern and within the cavern, and that's where they stored their water.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that there. So it depends on what kind of climate you're in and stuff, but it's always available, and there's no need to get involved in any industry, and it's like, I can make money doing sustainable things. Get off the money train, and just like...
It doesn't make you happy anyway.
Yeah, why work at some arbitrary job so you can make money to pay somebody else to build your stuff and do your heating and stuff, when you could just be participating in that and having that relationship with every aspect, and that's what I want to talk about on Tuesday.
Are you going to teach people to do this? Are you coaching this, by the way?
I just travel, and I am of service to where I can be. So, like, I'm doing it at different centers, and, it's all about exchange. We're pretty much mendicants, just like kind of going, and we're provided for. We know we're working for a higher purpose, so we're taken care of.
Right.
And we don't really deal with money a lot. We've been good with that for a while. So that's why I want to teach while I'm here. And if anybody needs any further help with anything, I just, if I can,
where can they contact you at? When they can't contact you.
I'm doing a
Call
new
my
website.
store.
Yeah, do whatever. Just go. Maybe I'll be hitching and they can pick me up.
But where they can't contact you?
They can contact me at. We'll put it on the video.
Okay, put it on the video.
Because it's kind of like an email.
An email. You don't want to go there yet. Not ready for that.
No, I'm ready for it. I just don't want to say it because people are going to have to write down. It's easier to put it on the description.
You'll put it on the video. And it says next Tuesday, 7 o'clock, by donation or coming or karma yoga.
Yeah, basically you could say pay it forward, I guess, is the way to put it.
And then also you'll be talking about sustainable.
Yeah, all kinds of lifestyle. Just participating in lifestyle. If they want to know about specific things, then we'll get into that. I mean, I don't care how long we're there. You don't care, so
I don't
people
care.
want to be there all night.
Every moment is a moment of love. I got my bed set up there.
Awesome. All right.
Good. Anyway, this is live from Arnolds Way. You have to give Matt a hug. Yay! I'll say bye. Bye.